Many years ago, I came across a few lines in a book that I connected with. They were, "It's easy to judge, but you never know another person's heart, what gives them strength and what breaks them down." I have learned to listen more and speak less. The result has been eye-opening conversations and inspirational moments that I have shared with you right here. Welcome back to my channel. It's Crystal One-on-One and we're on location at Le Chateau, Brasserie Belge. Today I am chatting with Mutamba Sarah Tangaza. Most people know her as Tamba, her friends, and of course those of us who love her music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you.
Thank you so much.
I like the headgear, it's bright, rocking our natural hair,
Yeah.
I see.
Should I show that on camera? Yeah.
And you were telling me you've never been to a salon to do like your natural hair.
Not really. No, ever since I went natural.
Well done.
Unless maybe it was a wedding or someone's wedding.
And then
they
to style it.
insisted, Yes.
They insisted.
I was like, no, I'll do my own hair for your
What
wedding.
does this say about you?
I don't know. I control.
Well, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
nice
so
to find out what
much.
you've been up to.
Yeah.
Because it has been a minute, I know. But I've been seeing posters popping up, so that means
Slow
you took a
ride.
break from
Yes.
singing, but you're coming back?
I'm coming back.
You're coming back.
Mpola, mpola.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
maybe we can just start with, were you born here in Uganda?
No, I was born in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have dual citizenship?
Well, I'm Ugandan by birth. Yes, because my parents
By
are
descent.
Ugandan. By descent. By
Yes.
descent. Yeah. I guess I'm Nigerian by birth, but I never did work on my citizenship. So,
Okay.
kind of Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's because your parents were there?
Yes, my dad was
working?
working there.
Okay.
Yes.
What was your dad doing?
Professor of English literature.
Okay.
So he was teaching.
He was teaching.
Yes,
And
yeah,
your
at
mom?
university. At that time or now?
At that time?
At that time, she was a stay-home mom.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
All
but
right.
she's a banker by
Okay.
profession. Yes.
So you were born in Nigeria?
Yes.
Did you grow up there for a bit or?
Not that long. Came
Okay.
back. Went Kitante Primary School. That's where I had my primary, and then Makere College for a bit.
For a bit. I remember you.
Yes, I remember you. Didn't finish there. I went to Green Hill Academy, and that's where I did my S4.
Okay.
And then Kaboja International.
Okay.
It was Kaboja's secondary school then.
Okay.
Yes.
That was for the A levels.
A levels, yes.
For your
yes.
A levels. All
Yeah,
right.
and
Why did
then-
you move?
Why? Why did
From
I?
Makere to Green Hill.
Oh man. Let me see. I wasn't doing that well.
Okay.
I wasn't performing to the standard that I wanted to, and I needed to sort of get that space where I could start all over again.
Okay.
Yeah, so I moved to Green Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a conversation with your parents about
I
that?
did. I said, you know what? I don't think I'm doing very well at school, and I just feel like I've created a pattern in that school that's not giving me that mental space to sort of shift my thinking.
I'm asking because that's
Yeah.
quite a bit of awareness for someone so young. Because normally you kind of
Yeah.
just, na, then you wake up later, you're like, ah!
I know, no, but as a child, I think I was very self-aware.
Oh,
And
okay.
I used to question a lot, which was not that accepted in the system. So I used to ask teachers why we were doing what we were doing and how it was going to help us in the future. And I felt that many times they would be like, why are you asking us these questions? And they would not really want to answer.
Because I said so.
Because I said so, just do it. There were lots of things that we did in physics and chemistry that I felt, why are we doing this? I got to a point where sometimes I'd sit through papers and not answer.
Wow.
Yes, so my parents sat me down and said, what's going on with you? I said, I really don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So,
Oh my.
yes, they had to
my.
actually give me a pep talk and be like, you know what, sometimes you don't know the answers to questions, but you just go through the motions and then you figure it out later.
Okay.
That helped. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, siblings?
I have 4 brothers,
4 brothers.
no sisters.
So you're the only girl?
I'm the only girl.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you been spoiled? Or did you have to learn how to fight for yourself?
Both. Yes.
Okay.
I'm feisty and sweet at the same time.
Somehow I don't believe that. I don't know why.
I know the balance, Yeah.
Learn the balance. Okay,
Yes,
so your
yeah.
brothers, are you like a middle child or you're
I'm second born.
second born?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh, handling all those the brothers.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I had cousins who'd come over during the holidays, and they were all boys. So it
Ah.
was, yeah,
Okay, so
just me.
did it rub off on you? Or you went the opposite, like I want pink and I want dresses and dolls?
No. I think I have a very strong personality. So I was a bit of a fighter.
Well, you had to
Very
be.
strong-willed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a bit of influence. I was a tomboy for a bit, but now I'm such a lady. Yeah.
But you were
Yeah.
saying that, you used to speak your mind and you were self-aware,
Yes.
and especially from a young age.
Yeah,
Does that
yeah.
mean like even, were you put like on stage as a speaker
Yeah.
as a result? Because sometimes that confidence
Yes.
is something people see in you and they prop you up.
Yeah. Well, my mom used to make us sing right
Okay.
after doing homework.
Okay.
It was part of homework.
It was part of homework. Okay.
Yes, after homework, you have to start singing. So we would
Was she a music
sing.
teacher? Did you have a
No,
background?
she just wanted children who could sing. So she would make us listen to a lot of music, learn the songs, and then start singing. So in the evening, we would sing and sing. In the car, there was music that we would sing. We sang so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I think at church, Sunday school, they figured out that we could sing as a family, so they would put us on stage. So I was
Oh.
on stage at a very early point in my life. And I think that combined with my personality made me just question a lot. And I think we're all thinkers at home, to be honest. We question everything. My parents want to do something, we go, why?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So many whys, yeah. And
So
I
would
felt-
it be like family meetings? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you ask your question, you ask yours.
Actually, yeah. My parents would take the time to be like, let's have a talk as a family. And
Okay.
yeah, we would express ourselves. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not all the time. Yeah.
Sometimes I like,
You do what I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said music started for you at home
Yes.
and in church.
And in church. Yes.
When did it start in school?
At school, it was mostly during the terms that we had music. It was third term usually when we would have music in a.
Was it
I
second?
used to call it. No, it was third.
Okay.
I think second was sports. First was nothing.
Well, we
was
were
it?
studying.
Yeah, we were
Yes.
just getting into school. Yeah. So at least, okay, I don't know if it was that in high school, was it?
Yeah.
But in primary,
In primary was third term.
First term, you're just getting into school. Second term is sports, and third term is music. And I was always doing a lead in something when
Okay.
it came to music. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I never really studied music. I wasn't allowed. Yeah.
What?
No. I
What do you
wasn't
mean?
allowed. Like when I got to secondary school, I wanted to take music, but I was told no. Music is really not.
Wow.
Yes. It's not that important. You have the talent, so why study?
So why do you need to study it?
I guess the assumption is that music is you just sing. So what are you going to?
And you can already sing.
Yes.
What are you going to learn?
Putting in a book, Yeah. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So when you went to Cambodia, you said that was for your A level.
Yes.
Did you know by then, have an idea of where you wanted to go, what you wanted to do?
Yeah. I always knew I wanted to do something in the arts. I was also very good at fine art.
Okay. Okay.
Very good at drawing, and I thought I'd be a fashion designer stroke musician.
Oh. Okay.
But because there wasn't much career guidance, or there was a lot of discouragement in that area of life, because when I got to university, I wanted to do fine art.
Okay. Yeah.
But I ended up doing literature stroke French and gender studies. The literature I loved. French, well, I'm not that good right now because I haven't spoken since university. I've been using it actively. Gender studies, no, I dropped that one.
Okay.
Yeah, long story. It's a whole different.
Why?
I think a lot of what we were doing was vague. I didn't know where to find the material, and man, I don't want to say things about my career.
Tell us. I went to Makerere.
Oh, Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. You know how it was. You know, you had to photocopy everything right from the
Yes.
start, you
They'll
know.
tell you where to go.
Go there, and then you find a line of 500 people. I think with gender studies, I went to the library and I couldn't find the material, the literature to answer the questions that they were asking. And at that time, I think the internet was just finding its way into Kampala.
So, the challenge of finding the
Yeah,
material you
yes. And then I didn't understand the professors or the lecturers. I just felt that they were very angry with me. Oh gosh. I don't know if I should be saying this. Yeah. They just seemed so angry.
need. Angry with you or just angry in general?
Just generally angry.
Angry with the world.
with life, with us, the students, you know. I always felt like they were failing us.
Oh.
And then one time I was given a retake, and I knew in my heart that I had not failed that paper. So when I went to the office to ask, actually no, it wasn't a retake, it was missing results.
Oh.
As in they said I didn't sit for the paper.
Oh.
So I said, but I was there. I sat for that paper. I said, no, actually what happened is, so they told me what happened. You went partying, you went to Ange, partied all night, didn't wake up because you were drunk, and you didn't come for the paper. And now you think that by pretending we're going to cook up some results for you. And you know, they were yelling at me. It was an office full of it was humiliating. So, yes, they told me off. They told me where I was and what I had been doing.
I don't understand.
I was, you know, I couldn't even fight back because I was in
You were in shock.
Like, what's going on? Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And that is when I decided, you know what? This feminism is against women. Yeah. I don't think that they're helping us. Yeah. Because gender studies, I thought, you know, you're supposed to be lifting up the woman.
So you weren't even allowed to even speak for
I
yourself?
wasn't allowed to speak. I was told.
And you went in Ange?
Yes. I've never been to Ange. Maybe I was in church praying, maybe if they'd said that, but I was not. And I was definitely not drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tough one.
Yeah, but it's funny now.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look back.
When I look back, yeah. I'm like, what was up with them?
No, I think you're right actually. Because that's projecting.
It was projecting.
It is projecting.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to finish though?
Yes, I finished university and then I started working.
Where?
So at that point, I used to travel to Geneva.
Okay.
And so when I graduated, while I was in Uganda, I went to perform, because I used to sing a lot. I used to sing with a group called Salt. We used to do a cappella. Yeah.
So you had started performing?
I had already started performing, and we would sing at functions, at weddings. It was just a cappella. We didn't have a band or anything. And that group was my brother, 2 brothers, and some friends.
Okay.
Yeah. They were all guys. Yeah. Always hanging around guys. Yeah. So this group got us to places, you know.
Okay.
So there I met the World Vision director, Geneva, because the offices were in Geneva, Switzerland. And we got to talking, and I told him, oh, you know, during the holidays I traveled to Geneva. And he said, and you're finishing university? I said, yes. He says, why don't you come do an internship? And that's how I got an internship in World Vision.
Nice.
Geneva, yes.
Okay.
So that was my first job, should I say. After that, finished an 8 months internship. I went to Global Fund, still in Geneva, Switzerland.
All right.
Yeah.
So you actually stayed there for quite some time.
I stayed there for about 2-3 years. Yeah, yeah.
And you didn't see yourself staying on?
No. One day I woke up and I said, this is not for me. Especially during winter.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, I don't like winter. Okay, but that's not the real reason. I missed Uganda for many different reasons, which I can't explain. Sometimes it's just a whole bunch of different dynamics.
So you wanted to come home?
I really wanted to come home. So,
were you singing while you were there?
not much.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't much music.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
and I
right.
think I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back, and then I started working with Tarp Consult.
Okay.
That job suited me so well.
Why?
It was the Africa Travel Association, and I used to do it. I was managing that account where a lot of foreigners would come into Uganda to see. I think the Gifted by Nature campaign had just started.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, okay,
Yes.
okay.
So we were showing with tour companies, we'd partner with them and promote the properties, Ugandan, yeah,
So you were
sites and
showing off
places.
Uganda.
So showing off Uganda, we'd travel to different places. So what I would do is I would coordinate the whole thing. I'd call the hotels. I'd say what kind of food we'd need, as working between the guests and the hotels. Yeah,
And you really enjoyed it, huh?
I really loved it, but it wasn't very well managed. But it was a good job. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It was a very good job. Suited my personality very well.
So when did you start performing again?
So during that period, it was hard to perform and work.
Okay.
Because we used to do a cappella, and a cappella was almost 3 hours of practice, at least 3 times a week, just to remember your harmonies right. But we all started working, and there was just no time to meet. Some of the members got married, so.
And your brothers? Did they stay on in music?
No. My brothers were done with music.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like, yeah.
So in your family, you're the only one
I'm
who's
the only
kept
one
on?
who's kept on, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, one of my brothers is very good at writing. He writes good songs. He's very good at directing.
Okay.
And he manages a few bands in town.
Ah,
yeah,
there
but
you
he's
go.
one of the behind the scenes person.
Okay.
He'll come up with the harmonies. But you go on stage.
He doesn't want to be part of
He
that.
doesn't want to be part of that, yeah.
Okay.
So he actually manages my band. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
so he manages you?
Yes, he's my manager.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you were doing that, but you said it was very hard to work and
sing. Yes. So So I worked a few jobs actually. 2007, after maybe 3-4 jobs, I decided I'm going to sing.
Okay.
So I wrote my letter, said at the end of the year I'll be leaving. I called up a guitarist and I said, let's do this. So we started, I would do, it was actually Michael Uma. I don't know if you know Michael Uma. Yes. Yes, so we used to go to gigs and just one voice and one guitar, and that was it. But there weren't enough gigs. So I realized, you can't make a living off this.
Okay.
So I applied for another job and went into advertising. Yes.
This is quite a lot you've done.
It is, and I became a copywriter at Lois Canard. Also another job that I really enjoyed that suited me quite well because it was creative.
Creative,
yeah. So coming up with, lines, taglines, catchphrases, and also jingles. Jingles was my favorite part. If a client needed a jingle, I was like, yay, I'm the one. Yes. So so I think the one jingle that stands out for me is the one that UTL did a long time ago. With Uganda Telecom, you get more for less. You get more for less. I don't know if you recall that. Do you know?
Soft spot. I can sing like, oh. I remember that one.
You do? Yeah, that was me. Yeah. So I loved that one.
Okay.
And
how long were you there?
A year.
Okay.
But during that year, I joined Quayle.
I remember that.
Yes. Now Jose approached me. Jose Kahirimbani, who manages Quayle Band and is in Quayle Band. He approached me and said, hey, your music kind of is in line with our vision because we have that whole contemporary African mix, the languages, English and Runyankore, English, Luganda, whichever language. Here was a band that was already playing. They were into the kind of music I was writing. So the first 3 years of Quayle were just fantastic. They were heaven. And then we just kept getting more gigs and more gigs. So every night we were somewhere.
Okay.
Except Monday. And so on Monday I was just...
And you were working as well?
Yes, and I was working as well. And then my boss called me to his office and said, you have to choose.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And I have a feeling you're going to choose Quayle. And he was right. Yeah.
Okay.
So after a year, I figured I couldn't
Do the
do
thing.
yes, because with music required that I was there maybe at because I wanted to leave work at 5,
Yeah.
which I think is healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with advertising, sometimes you stay in office till 8, 9,
Midnight even.
midnight. Yeah, depending on how soon the client wants the work done. Yeah. So I'd find myself wanting to excuse myself from meetings, and it was just unacceptable. People were like, who do you think you are? You know, like, I have a gig. So yeah, that's when my boss called me and said, you know, you have to choose. And so I.
So it wasn't hard to make the choice.
It wasn't hard to make the choice. I mean, I enjoyed both jobs, but just finding the balance was hard.
Yeah. Okay.
So I joined Quayle. Was in Quayle for 3 years. And then I felt that I needed to explore Tamba because that ultimately was my goal.
Yes.
And I felt I would have more, I don't want to say control, more say on the direction of the music. Yeah, and at some point, Quayle just became too busy.
Okay.
Yes, too busy, and I just needed time for creativity and to think and to write. So I went Tamba live.
Yes.
And I started doing. Oh, actually, I needed to record.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember because you came out with some singles.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was 2011, 12. Yes. No, 11. Sorry. I went to studio and I recorded 6 songs that had been pending for years. I was like, when am I ever going to record these songs? So I finally did. And after they were released, I started to. I formed my own band. And in 2012, I started performing at Sheraton Lions Bar. I don't know if it's the reconstruction.
It's now Paradise.
Yeah. And so I did that for about 6 months to the end of the year. And then I realized, you know what? Something didn't feel right.
You know what?
Yeah.
We met.
Yeah.
And I remember we had a conversation and I was like excited because your singles are coming out. And I think we even played some on radio. And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, oh, I've decided to go back to school.
Yes.
And you're like, well, my parents are like, okay.
I know.
But you're like, yeah, I'm not working and I've stopped
Yes.
singing. I'm going back to school. And you're going back to music school.
Yes. And, you know, it seemed like a bad move, you know, because...
No, I think it was scary.
It was scary. There were questions I needed to ask myself, and I also felt dissatisfied with my content and my skill.
Okay, yeah.
Because I felt like I had talent, but I didn't have enough skill.